Welcome to Shade
Shady
and
in the
City.
city.
I'm your girl Treese.
It's Nels.
And today, y'all, we are here to get into Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 16. This is the reunion part 1, but it's actually episode 18. So if you guys have not already, all of our RHO Shade Squad, please make sure that you've hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, I'm dealing with a little tickle in my throat, so I ain't gonna be up here too long. We love y'all. And I mean, I think it did a little bit, but maybe they're gonna give us more to meat and potatoes in part 2 and 3. Because if I were to rate this was a 7. Maybe a 6.5. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Nails.
What part you thought was a 7?
I thought for me, I thought the Drew and Portia made it a 7. I really appreciated Portia stepping up, being like, I was wrong and I apologize. So for me, that made it a 7.
I did appreciate that, but I'm not gonna lie, I would appreciate it a little bit more had there not been like a little nudge to do it. She said that she was gonna do it, and that was her intention when she came there. I wish she would have just said it on her
Did
own
it right.
without Andy bringing it up. So
agreed. I can't combat that. That's right. So yeah, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. But let's get into it and let's get shady. So we open up, everybody getting ready for the reunion and whatnot. Phaedra is the first one to notice that Britt is not there. Portia tries to give her a call, and she sends Portia the voicemail. All right. So we already know how this is going, even though we know Britt wasn't there, right? So all the ladies are late, but of course Drew is the last one on stage, per usual. So Portia sits next to Andy, and I noticed this because I noted this because Shamia looked visibly uncomfortable once Portia came on stage, and I was like, okay, but she did look beautiful regardless, but I could tell on her face she wasn't feeling
I
it.
think that they were the best. I think that they looked the prettiest.
Shamia and Portia.
I did like Angela's look as well. But I definitely think Shamia and Portia looked the best.
Yeah, Portia and Shamia did that. I don't know what Cynthia was really giving best friend energy, friend of the show energy with her look. I was like, Cynthia, we've done this before. I mean, I guess if you're not a main cast member, you don't care, but
I mean, Cynthia's look kind of to me always gave that.
Oh, okay.
It never really gave main cast member.
Oh, okay. Basically, Andy welcomes all the new ladies. Then he makes the announcement that Britt is not coming. Okay. And so Kelly accuses
no call, no show.
Right. No call, no show. So you ain't getting your job back. Even though Britt made her announcement today that she is protecting her mental health. And it was actually cute because she showed the dress that she was planning to wear to the reunion. She's about to shut them girls down. And that's one thing I could give.
I wouldn't expected anything less.
She was going to shut them girls down. And it looked real good. But
it was cute. She got the stylist.
You're funny. But it was cute in the picture because she's holding a peach in the gold dress, but it's on fire. Like basically, I'm done. So yeah, so Britt said she quit, even though when you're a no call, no show, baby. Well, I guess that is quitting. Or you got fired. Whatever works. I mean, once you hit a lawsuit, you were fired anyway. Okay. So whatever makes you feel better and helps you sleep at night, whatever works. But yeah, so she
is it this dress? Is it hold on. Is it this? This? Oh,
you got to get the front view. The front view is amazing.
I like that.
She ate down.
She would have shut everybody down.
Yeah, she would have. Even though I think Portia's is the best, She would have shut Portia down with that one.
Yeah, I think this one would have ate Portia's up.
So then, yeah, basically, Kelly accuses Britt of causing mass destruction in their friend group and then playing victim at the same time. Phaedra says at the end of the day, there's a sisterhood, and whether they like it or not, it's sad. She wishes Britt would have reached out and called her. And so Portia says that she did speak to her the night before, but she didn't mention anything about not coming. And they just talk about the men coming on the show because apparently Mike was coming as well. And so Shamia said that there was a lot of things that Britt said that weren't true, and she was looking forward to addressing it and holding her accountable. Of course you were, girl. So then Drew says that she got a text saying that basically she was being from Britt a few weeks ago, stating she was filing a lawsuit against her because of things that I guess were said to be on Kenya's poster board, is what I have. And so he hasn't heard anything from her attorneys. She said other than that, they were cool. So she don't know what happened. So Andy asked about Phaedra's headpiece that she had going on. And when she explained it, it kind of helped me give her grace a little bit more. I still don't think the outfit is great.
He wasn't giving me jab though.
But I liked it because she explained, oh, it's jab and the helmet. I said, okay, now because before I was just looking like, girl.
I think it would have helped if she didn't also do the earrings.
Yeah, that was a lot. It was a lot.
I think the earrings and the headpiece was a lot. If she would have just did the headpiece, that would have been better.
I really don't like when people wear big, huge earrings like that.
I think if you don't have anything else going on, the
maybe, yeah,
earrings can work, especially like if your hair is down, kind of covering it a little bit. But
when and I feel like if you're gonna do big earrings like that, you need an updo because your hair would cover. You know what I mean? Then or you need you need a shortcut, like a pixie. You know what I'm saying?
No, then I feel like too much is showing. Then I feel like it's too much. It's too much around your face. I feel like it needs to be hidden a little bit, like a little peekaboo.
Okay.
No, I don't like the headdress and the earrings, and her hair is pulled back so you can really see the earrings. That's what I mean. No, I wasn't really feeling it.
You're funny. So then they talk
normally about she normally eats down. Okay.
I know you love Phaedra and her fashions.
I do. I really, really do. I don't know who helped her out with this one.
Well, then they talk about the men in track. And if whoever helped her, I don't think they'll come forward after hearing everybody's thoughts. I think that person will just fall to the back gracefully and be like, I ain't do that. take my name off the credit on that photo. Get that to you. So then they talk about the men in Grenada being spicy and how much fun they had and all that good stuff.
Andy, getting by the same one.
Right. Andy congratulates Kelly, Shamia, and Angela on a great first season. And then he asked if, anybody wants to set an intention for the reunion. So Portia says that she wants them to honor who they are and where they are in whatever space. Okay. And so
she said a prayer.
Oh, did she? I completely missed that part.
Oh yeah. She did it before the intention.
Oh, okay. And she says that what version did you watch? I must have completely left the room.
She's like, do you mind if I say a prayer? And she had everybody hold hands and they all said a prayer. And then Andy asked if they wanted to set an intention, and Portia did.
I need to go back. Where did you watch this?
On Peacock.
Okay, that's why you got the extended version. Because I was gonna say, I swear to God, I didn't see that.
It's an extended version on Peacock?
They play an extent, like you'll get the cuss words, like all the stuff that they won't show on Bravo, you'll get on Peacock. And I watched it on Bravo because I was like, no, baby, that was not that. I knew I wasn't crazy. That's was like, she said a prayer. No, so that's something that they left for. Yeah.
I was wondering why you didn't mention it. I was like,
yeah, no. You know how I loved you. I would have said something. No.
Yeah, I was like, you just skip right over that.
Nah, we ain't get that. So basically Portia said what she said, and she says she's healed from a lot and feels more like herself and wants to step to each lady to address their issues with the truth and figure out how they can move forward or not move forward, which I feel like that was kind of she was kind of poking Shamika, like kind of low-key subliminally poking the bear. because we
Mhm.
know they're clearly not in a good space. Like
Mm.
I've never seen. Well, I guess they were in the same space we saw when the show ended. They're around each other, but they don't really talk,
Mhm.
which is
Mhm.
weird. And then they bring out Cynthia, and Andy talks about she was the glue of the group, which I can agree. Um, and then they get into freaking frack, revealing that she had a hood, which I was like, I don't know if we really need that. Because I still don't understand the concept, and it's something I'm sure Nels will try to explain to me after we get off backstage. Because
I think they just mean like kind of fully covered versus.
Okay, that's what I got. But that's the understanding when Portia tried to describe it, like you got to go look for it.
That's what I understood when Portia said it too.
Okay, okay.
And then remember they was talking about her boo ain't got no problem finding it.
Right. Okay, because when I first heard it, I said, did that mean it's upside down? Like I was trying to understand inverted. I was really when you use that word, I'm thinking it's just like implosion. I'm trying what does that mean really? Um so then they bring up her boyfriend Le Prince, who happens to be 39, and then we learn that Phaedra supposedly is still dating Che Che, who is 32 years old. I said, okay, girl. I don't think Phaedra is 50 yet, so it may not be
Is
terrible.
she that old? Is she like pushing 50?
She's definitely pushing it. She's there. She's 51. She was born 1973.
Oh.
She's older than my boo.
Then who?
My boo.
Oh.
Because she was born in 73. He's 74.
Oh.
Which means this year she's going to be 52.
Oh. Well,
And she's a Scorpio. That makes sense.
she looked good, girl. She looked good.
No, she did. I mean,
I
if
wouldn't
you
pay
pay
no
for it, you better look good.
They don't all look good when they paid for it.
And that's true.
Some of them paid to look
And
scared.
so then of course, Nails is gonna kick it off with Andy getting into Portia's behind.
So Andy brings up Portia being able to film in the home. She said that she's definitely happy about it. Um, and she's still not divorced. She said, just like Kelly, it's like a phantom divorce. It didn't end, and
You
it's
see how Drew clocked that, and she was like,
yeah.
"Who is she talking about?"
She was talking about me. She's talking about you.
And then I love when Kelly said she can't be talking because our divorce wasn't the same. Which we are not the same.
But I think Kelly did say, I think she's talking about me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think she said that because she knows that they had a conversation.
True.
So Andy wants to know if Simon is being detained by ICE. She was like, listen, I ain't gonna get into that, but what I can do, I can confirm that he is detained by ICE. Okay. And he's like, but why? What had happened?
Because everybody you called him, right?
Mm-hmm. Phaedra said there's an immigration issue and he doesn't have citizenship here. Andy told Portia, all the social media think you done called ICE on that man. She said it does not benefit me at all to see him detained by ICE. Okay. And Andy said, could you summarize the reason for the divorce? And she said, generally, there was a lot of untruths in a marriage. She said she was positioned in a way where she was endangered, but not physically, and she had to make a choice. Girl, what, she was going to go to jail? That's what it sounded like to me.
Mm-hmm.
She was looking at jail time. Kelly was asked what was the reason. She was asking Portia about, taking another woman's husband. And she said it was out of true concern. Portia said, child, bye. Okay. And she was like, well, did you ever get your answer? She said, yes. You said because y'all were in love, but basically, she said she ain't believe it. So Portia said that they had a woman to woman conversation. They both realized they were going through the same exact thing. Both of their husbands were bashing them on social media and putting their divorce documents online. They both had to leave for certain financial reasons. And Kelly said, boo, I was married for 11 years. You was married for 11 months. You
11
can't
months. We are not the same.
to peaches. Okay. I want to know who the peach and who the apple.
That was a good question.
um, so Portia was asked if she was already in if she was already in heat for stealing somebody's husband, why would she say that she was gonna sleep with Charles? I feel like it was really never addressed, but she did apologize once again to Angela. Okay. And then Angela looked like she was taken aback a little bit when she saw that clip talk about Dumbo with the big ears and all this
Oh
other
yeah, I
stuff.
saw her face too. She was like, it was definitely a moment where she didn't realize the camera was on her. Like,
I said, oh my God. Then they got onto a whole nother thing about how Shamia may have introduced Simon to her, and Angela said that that's what Shamia told her. But then when they ran the clip back, that is not what Shamia said. She said that she was there when they met.
she did say, well, because she was at Fallon's house. Is that what she mean?
I don't know. Just because we saw that on TV, don't mean that that's
Oh,
fucking.
that's true because they did say they was talking before. Let me not say you right. Allegedly.
um, but yeah, she said that she was there when they met. Um,
Sidebar: do we know what a labubu is?
oh, them little ugly little dolls. They look like little demon dolls.
I agree, but why is Megan's grown ass up here buying like
Everybody behind them, girl, because they cost money. They cost money. Everybody likes to customize them, and it's just to show off that they can spend money on them ugly little things.
okay? I just was trying to understand it because that's what it was giving, ugly little demonic looking things.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Um, so Portia, um, basically Portia, is commenting on her co-parenting relationship with Dennis because it was brought up, and she said that he is such a jewel. Okay, and that's why
That's why she had to protect him.
she said that she wants to protect their co-parenting relationship. So Kelly makes a comment talking about got that man roll up in Simon's house.
She said,
And
"No, but that's my house,
then they went back and forth.
and
Okay.
I live here."
Portia told her she should have got a better prenup, so she wouldn't have had to move out her house because she said this one belonged to me. Okay. Salon.
Look, I
So
ain't
then
mad at
Angela asked Drew if she's standing on what she said on the podcast that returned Portia's return was a flop and a tryhard. She said, absolutely. Okay. She said a lot of things we can talk about and about Portia's life, but she came back on here to attack me the entire season.
What did I
Portia,
tell you?
Portia told her that she needs to be worried about who's flipping and flopping in the basement with Ralph and not to worry about her. Drew said, Simon says you had no storyline.
Simon said, "I love that."
Yeah, I said, y'all are some shit.
Look,
Yeah,
I said for once it landed. I give it
yes,
to
it
Drew.
did. I said, okay, Drew, you're getting a little better. Portia said Drew is a part of my story. Portia said Dennis is a part of my storyline, and basically you try to insert yourself in the middle of that. Then they get into this text between her and Dennis about, whether she was trying to give up the goods for studio time, and of course they ain't got their phones to show it. But I thought I know Portia showed it to Ralph, but she never showed it to she never showed it to Drew.
Portia?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
She never showed the text to Drew. Oh, okay.
Why would she? They literally were not good up until I don't even think they were literally cordial at the end. But if you remember,
to prove to her that she has the text.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
but see, that's why I think Drew was like, okay, because we've seen it before. Production will run back there and grab a phone and bring it out to produce receipts. So I feel like, just my opinion, and they showed us on the show when they brought it up on the screen. But we don't know if those were real or not.
Because you can, especially on an iPhone, you can make fake text.
That's why I don't do iPhone. See, y'all iPhone users,
you gotta be able.
Android folks don't be doing that. We don't be.
This is
faking text messages. Who do that?
Like you would want that so that you can do things like that. Why would you not?
No, that's scandalous. Why would you want to fake somebody texting me?
So that you can be scandalous.
No,
girl, bye. Trust is clearly there's a lot more scandalous people because there's a lot more people with iPhones. Okay, So then Cynthia said, to even put yourself in that situation where that could even come up feels like a lot of work and almost distracting, to what you're trying to do with your music.
Here
Drew
goes
said,
Cynthia and your advocating ass.
Sound like a true Pisces to me.
She is.
She is. Drew said, listen, at the end of the day, Portia knew that we were working together. Of course, Portia says that she did not know, but she said that was not the issue. The issue was them filming together. Shamia got on them for, coming at her about asking the question about whether she was dating Dennis, and said, they said that they came at her for asking that because Portia told her to leave it alone. Portia said that she did say in the car, girl, don't be asking about who messing with Dennis, who's working with Dennis. And Shamia said that she did not say that, basically said that she was lying. Portia and her went back and forth about that. Portia was asked if she feels like she owes Drew an apology. And she got up, went over and gave her a hug and apologized for meeting with Ralph because she knows she did it just to be petty. We all know that.
I love this moment. I think I said that at the beginning, but I love that.
And Drew,
go ahead, peach juice.
And Drew said that she really appreciates that. And she said that she receives it because her first season, her hair was not given. We know it, girl. And Portia came through in the clutch with her go naked hair.
See, okay. I didn't get that.
What part didn't you get? What do you mean?
About the, at least I feel like
I mean, first season? You didn't get that part?
Yeah, that they necessarily, I mean, our only part I got about the go naked hair is when.
Well, she didn't say go naked hair. She said that she helped her with the wigs. So I
and see, I that wasn't in my version. Mine was just talking about how Portia came at her for going on the Breakfast Club and talking about go naked hair, and how basically
that was earlier in the conversation before the apology.
But yeah, I didn't hear nothing about she hooked up her wigs and maybe like I said, maybe by that time I was running from bugs and I was distracted and
Yeah, she said that, in the first season, the hair wasn't given. Portia helps her out, with the wigs. And she said she really appreciates it. She'll never forget it. And she wants her to know that. And then, she said that it was really sad for the space that they were in after, all of that.
Yeah. Cause that's what I did see where she was like, it's messed up. Cause I used to call you, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. When I was having a difficult time. And now we start off the season like this, so, and that's why I said I really wasn't, as much as I love Portia, and y'all know, even though she might not be your favorite, I love me some Drew too, even if it's only aside from her being a great singer. But yeah, no, I just didn't like seeing that because I knew they were cool, and I actually like them when they're cool, and so seeing Portia drag this on kind of blew me. Being honest. Are you done with Portia?
She says she's in her healing journey. Okay.
Well, girl, heal fast. Heal before season 17, please. So then Andy jumps over to Kelly, get more of an explanation of the breakdown with her friendship with Britt. Kelly brings up how, she had a team before becoming a housewife, and Britt clearly didn't. So she said that, she was nice enough to extend the offer to, hook her up when they went to Nashville or whatever. But she wasn't supposed to go try to hire the girls, okay? She wasn't supposed to try to make them employees. That was her staff, her team.
See, and I can get what she's saying. Like, I did this as a favor for you,
right?
Because you were going through it or whatever. But I feel like that could have been a conversation with her.
Agreed.
I think what made it shady and made it seem weird
because the stylist had to come back and tell Britt
exactly.
What was going on.
She could have been like, girl, I really just did this to help you out because you was going through it. But boo, I'm gonna need you to find your own people.
Well, I mean, I'm not advocating. I'm not advocating, but that's that passive aggressive Pisces.
What
she clearly went and talked to the stylist.
That's
or said something to the stylist instead of talking to Britt. And that's why I'm saying that's that passive aggressive Pisces. Mm-hmm. Not all of us are like that. That's that other fish. I'm just saying. I just passively aggressively say it under my breath. I just won't say it directly to you. I say it around you, so you know that you can hear me.
She'll say it depending on who you are. She'll say it to you.
Oh yeah, no. But see, that's not passive aggressive. That's not passive aggressive to me. That's real direct. That's aggressive. That's the difference. That's not passive.
I think you can be both. I think you can be both.
Both of them. Um, so
Look,
then
if he has traits, she got all the good Pisces traits.
I
Everybody,
do. I
all
do.
the other traits are the other fish.
Except crazy. That I admit I have. You can't win them all.
Oh, you told me that's the February Pisces.
No, they're different.
They're different
They're
type of crazy.
different. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Their little, their crazy is a little different there. Because you got to think about it. Janae Ayoko, Cash Doll, Krishan, even though I hate bringing her up in the Pisces.
Is she
But
February or March?
March.
Those are all March?
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Krishan and Janae are like 3 days apart or something like that. But the point is, most March Pisces, sweet, very loving, but we all have a crazy side too, and it's very crazy.
So it sounds like the March or is the March more crazy than the February?
February
I
is
mean,
just weird. You have to understand they're just weird. Like Rihanna, she's just weird.
Oh, the February is just weird.
Yeah, they're just like weird.
But the March
Weird
is
and
crazy.
crazy. But we're like, we have all like the genuine, like good
So the
traits
other
we like
fish,
about
so
somebody.
the other fish is the same one.
No, it's not.
And it's the other fish. That's the same one.
No. So anyway, so Kelly said, look, I extended the girl to offer. I didn't need her to take him for herself. Andy asked for Portia's recollection. She said, well, I ain't trying to speak for Britt, but Britt mentioned, something about jealousy. And so Kelly makes it clear that, look, Britt ain't got nothing I want. Not that man, not that house.
She might have the face you want,
and possibly the body, yaddy. Yeah, because don't get me wrong, I think Kelly looks good, but I think her boobs are too big for her body.
I'm not a fan of her body.
Really? Well, I wouldn't say, what I'm saying is I wouldn't talk badly, like down on it, or be like, but yeah, to your point, I'm not a fan. Whereas when I look at Britt, I'm like, even
her body looked hey.
right. Yeah, like, but when I look at Britt, I ain't even gotta like her.
After seeing this dress, she might be jealous of the new stylist.
Right, okay? You're funny. But yeah, I ain't even gotta like Britt, and I can admit that her bodies. Okay. Mm-hmm. And we all know she went and got her surgery, so it is what it is. So then Portia speaks up again and says that the newbies agreed to have an alliance that she heard to apparently take her down. So Shamia admits that there was an alliance, but she was a part of it, and it was supposed to be Britt, Kelly, and Portia and Shamia. And Portia said, I wasn't aware of this, okay, because I don't believe in that. I think alliances bring shows down, and we've already had that once on this show, and that's what I'm not trying to do. And so she was like, I would never take part in that. And Shamia said, that's bullshit. Okay. So they go to the viewer questions, and the viewer asked Kelly about standing by Britt when she attacked Angela's marriage and when the Kenya situation went down. And Kelly says that, she wishes, hold on. Oh yeah. And so Kelly says she wishes she wouldn't have been a part of that. And she does apologize to Angela. Okay. So Angela said that she, accepts her apology, and said that she didn't like her co-signing everything Britt had to say, but said, I wish you would have gotten to know me for myself. And she said, well, hold on. No shade, but my relationship with you, we didn't really have one. So you can't really place that on Britt and say that I was just co-signing, following behind Britt, because we just had never had that relationship, no way. So I was like, okay, I can give her that. Because we really didn't see them get close until it was after Grenada, and then when she invited Charles to do the event at the William and Sonoma. So then, of course, Andy brings up Phaedra's event and how things got really ugly. Of course, the subject of deletions come up. And she said that she had never spoke to Britt about that topic and thinks that she repudiated a conversation that she did have with her stylist, but said that the things that he said was untruthful. Kelly talks about how now she has to have a conversation with her daughters about what deletion is and, and she doesn't know if she's ready to have that. So Andy announces that, oh, by the way, Kelly is officially divorced.
Mm-hmm. It cost her a good 200,000.
Right, but it cost her a good 200K. So Andy asked the cast if they know why Kelly walks around with a bodyguard. And then Portia says, well, she heard that there was two reasons. One, she heard because of the ex-husband. But then says she really heard that he wasn't really coming after her like that. And says that some people said she was just doing it for the show. And I said, ooh. But I mean, no shade. I wouldn't be mad at, I mean, if you told a whole lie on your ex-husband, then yeah, I would look at you sideways. But at the end of the day, if I was on a reality show, I would absolutely, regardless of what people thought, I would absolutely have me some sense of security.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel. That's protecting yourself. So then da, 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 da. Oh, and then so Drew brings up how the ex-husband apparently ran into Ralph. Now, this is a big part that I missed because I don't know what Ralph said about the meeting. I just know he said that he had met up with Kelly's husband or he had ran into him or something like that.
Well, because they were questioning the restraining order. They were questioning the restraining order and whether she had a valid cause to get the restraining order. And basically she was like, oh, well, they don't just give you a restraining order. And Phaedra basically said, yeah, they do. They will give you a restraining order, especially if you don't show up to court and bring a defense. It's usually granted.
Well, I love when, look, Phaedra was sitting there. Actually,
Yeah, like we got the whole lawyer on stage, but
right.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Yeah. So then Kelly tells them that she thinks, she was like, if y'all think that I would rather pay Kenny, the bodyguard, overpay my bills, and y'all are crazy. And then I said, girl, you done let Andy segue right into your debt.
Yep.
And that's exactly
Sure
what happened.
Sure did.
I said, you open up the gates.
When she said that, I said, oh gosh. So this is the reason you wasn't paying the rent. Is that what you're saying?
And I ain't gonna hold you. That's some true practice shit to do.
Well, she said that and the attorney fees.
But so then he brings up, oh, you're being sued for 100K. And she was like, well, and so he was like, what's going on? She was like, well, I gotta pay these attorney fees and the 200K. What did you want me to do? But I'm working on it. I'm working on getting myself together. And so then one of the viewers get a question, but I feel like Andy should have brought it up. So why you around here having this dog with facial manicures and colored and all this other stuff? And I ain't gonna say you broke, but you ain't got it.
Andy said, I'm gonna need you to invest in these waffles and not this dog. Because I'm trying to see.
Right. Invest in these waffles. So then they asked Kelly or Shamia if she feels like she's affected the friendship between Britt and Kelly. And she said, I don't really think so. She said, I was, we was all cool, it was all good. I ain't really have nothing to do with it. And then I feel like this is when I started like just skipping because I was like, I'm not going back and forth. Then they get into how Britt makes her money, and Kelly says she really don't even know how she make her money, even though they were supposed to be friends. She don't know what she do for a living and how she get her bag. And I said, well, I don't think it matters as long as Mike got his. She married, supposedly. Because even that's in question.
Not supposedly. Goodness.
No, I think that's why I've heard allegedly that they might not be really married, which is why or maybe they are, but I feel like that's why that whole ceremony and I think that's also why she was so triggered when Kenya said what she said to her and was like, oh, you're married, like, or is it your first or second marriage? I think that's why she was so triggered. And she was like, no, this is my first. Yeah, I think that's why from the beginning she was so triggered, because I don't think that, in my opinion,
nobody else felt like it was
right. But she felt like it was all the smoke. And the only reason you could feel that way is, one, you're either looking for a moment, or it's because you're lying.
So then they move on to Angela and, this whole thing with, what's his name? Marcus.
Oh, but let me just add, Kelly and Britt ain't never going to be friends again. She said she can't be in a friendship that's not reciprocal. And I said, girl, I second that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's brought up the whole cheating thing with Charles and, with Marcus bringing the information. So she said that Marcus told her, she said the guy that told her is the nephew, which is Marcus, of Kimberly. They bleeped out her name. Okay. And Phaedra is just looking like, and she's like, I don't know that
I don't
lady.
know that. But
so like she was looking at Phaedra for a reaction, and Phaedra was just like, okay, like I don't know her. So then Angela pulls out photos showing Kim, whatever her last name is, in the picture with Phaedra's oldest brother. Okay. And Angela is trying to say that basically they all went to high school together. And Phaedra's like, I don't know that man. Okay. Angela said that he didn't even willingly give up Phaedra's name. He actually tried to put it on Kelly. So Andy's like, if he tried to put it on somebody else, what makes you even believe that he's telling the truth about Phaedra?
right.
Which I feel like is valid. And Phaedra says she doesn't even know who this woman is. And basically talking about Angela, she was like, basically, why would I do these things? And Angela said that Phaedra was trying to secure her spot. Phaedra said, I don't need to secure my spot. I have a guaranteed contract.
Right.
So Portia basically chimes in and she's like, her spot is secured. So Angela tells Portia what she finds so alarming about her is that she's so eager to believe that Phaedra is telling the truth when everything you've been through with her and said, and basically, why would you say that you think I'm the one that set all this up? Portia said everything about this whole thing is just silly and about this guy and these made up names and these made up stories and nothing looks real. And that was just kind of the end of the episode because I think she ended up asking like what lies. And do you think Phaedra did this?
I don't know. I'm starting to doubt that just because I think the dude might be a liar. I just like she already has, she already has like Portia said she already has a spot. She didn't know Angela. It's not like Angela directly ever came for her at any point. If anything, she was the one making snide remarks about Angela. So that was, I'm gonna be honest, that would be the only thing that makes me feel like Phaedra did do it because she was coming for Angela even when Angela was sitting like, I just want to get to know her. I heard she's really cool and she's nice.
But she came for everybody. Phaedra, it wasn't like only directed at Angela. She threw shade at everybody. It wasn't like Angela was special.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
But I don't think so. I don't think that it's real. Honestly, I think this was somebody. Now, you know what I would
Looking
want
for
to
a
see?
moment.
Yes, you know what I would want to see since the dude said he got paid? I would want to see the transfer.
Oh, you mean like the money transfer or something, the
Yes,
sale? Yeah.
because other than that, I'm feeling like you just wanted camera time. I would just
Well,
feel like
he has a whole podcast now. I don't know who was listening to it, but now he has a whole podcast.
and guess what that would do? Get you
Right.
more viewers and more subscribers because they're gonna
Right.
think that they can come on your and you talk about this. So really, and I think that's where Andy was coming from. Like, you don't know this dude from a can of paint. You just gonna believe what he said
Right.
because I believe you're on a TV show. You're new to this. So, and of course, these rumors are out about your husband. So you're an
That
easy
part.
target. But really, I think it was a dude just looking for camera time.
Everybody looking for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, y'all. Well, that was part 1 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. But if you have not already, please make sure you hit that like button.
Make sure you comment.
Make sure you subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms. That's a TikTok, IG, Facebook, Blue Sky, and the X. Okay? We are over there back on the X. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we will catch you next week for part 2. Have a good night. Bye-bye.